New York, here we go.
There is a tennis sound that only the U.S. Open can make. It sounds like this.
He was in some trouble, but he's worked his way out of it impressively.
In your life, have you ever seen anything like it?
Yo, it's OC with you live from OC Patio on this Sunday afternoon. What's up, everybody? OC live from the patio, poolside. I'm poolside, check it out. Enjoying the day, popping on for a quick stream of Sunday ramblings. Sunday ramblings, whatever you guys want to ramble about, feel free to comment in the chat. If you want to jump on the panel, should I drop the link? I'll drop the link. Hold on a second. Let's see. I forgot how to do this. I forgot how to stream, which is probably a good thing. Here we go. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see who's in the chat. We have Mal. What's up, Mal? Good to see you. Glad you're back, OC. Thank you very much. By the way, we did our OC Returns stream on Friday night. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, make sure you do. It's probably going to go members only within the next few hours, probably. By the end of the day, for sure. Probably going to go members only. I don't know. I might keep it up, but I think it's been seen by everybody who has any interest in it. So I think it was a pretty well viewed stream. I think it had 1,200 views, which for me, like this is like a really small channel. You know, like we can barely get like 25 people watching. So if we get 25 people watching, it's a good show. But to get 1,200 views, you know that there was a lot of interest in it. So glad you guys got a chance to watch it. If you haven't, check it out quick after the stream. Go watch it. It's called OC Returns. It's from Friday night. And there's also some really cool members only videos in there. Members only videos are worth it. They're worth it. The membership has its privileges. DL Farms is here. What's up, DL Farms? Hey, OC. Well, hey, DL. How you been? Good to have you here. We've got McAllen Drinker, who is a member of the original OC channel. Thank you, McAllen Drinker, for being a member. Third to upvote. Appreciate that. I've forgotten to remind people to upvote, so you just have to do it. You just have to listen. Cost of admission, upvote the stream. DL Farms, following in McAllen Drinker's footsteps, upvoting the stream. Good. Got Doc Mick in Florida in the chat. Hello, everyone. Well, hello, Doc Mick. How you doing? Got Kareem in the chat. What's up, Kareem? C3D now. Good afternoon from Chicago. What's up? C3D now. Brian the Pipe, who's also a member. Happy Sunday to all. We've got Pooley checking in from, I'm going to say Austria. Pooley, jump on the panel. Pooley is absolutely famous in the global watch community because he was the first member of the community to get the Le Mans. He was the first person to get the white gold Rolex Daytona Le Mans. It was an epic unboxing. How he got it is pretty friggin' amazing, and it was great. Soon after he got it, met up with him in Geneva at Watches and Wonders and got to see it. Very, very cool. Pooley is part of the Z German crew. You know, it's Austria and Germany and those guys. If I got it wrong, I apologize. I always forget if Pooley is Austria or Germany or someplace else. But he's part of Z, awesome German crew. By the way, I will be going to the U.S. Open. I went there a couple days ago, checking out some matches there, but I'm definitely going a couple times next week as the tournament progresses and you get closer to the Pooley German. Sorry about that. Who's the person in Austria? I forgot. SE, as we all know, is in Germany. Pooley's in Germany. Someone else is in Austria. Micho. Is it Micho? Yeah, Micho, I think, is in Austria. Okay, I apologize. Correct me, Pooley. Confirm that I'm correct. Yeah, Micho. Yeah, see, I'm right. All right, I was wrong, but I corrected myself. But I'm going to go to the U.S. Open a couple times next week as the tournament progresses and you get closer to the quarterfinals and the semifinals. It's going to be fun. By the way, Logan Hall's Grill Streams is in the chat. I'm the warm-up for Logan Hall's Grill Streams. I'm the warm-up show. It's true. Let me do something. Let me find it. We're going to make Logan Hall a celebrity. Let me see here. Bear with me for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Logan Hall's Grill Streams. Okay. And all right. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. This link is to a stream that is coming up in when's it coming up? Coming up at 2:30 Eastern. 2:30 Eastern. Let me drop it in the chat here. LHGS. Okay. Boom. If I posted the wrong link, did I post the right link? Oh, you beat me to it. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, check out Logan Hall's Grill Streams. He's doing Logan Hall Returns, Greek chicken kebab wraps with grilled vegetables, herb salad, and harissa yogurt. Check it out. Let's see if we can get Logan Hall into the stratosphere of grill streams. I think we can. Thanks for being a member, Logan. Thank you for being a member. Wow, we got 30 people watching. Guys, if you're watching this stream right now, type in a comment in the chat. Let me know that you're out there on this awesome Sunday afternoon. We got Scott Wexland. Scott Wexland is in PA. I've never met Scott. I've ever met you in person. Scott Wexland's a huge supporter. Glad to see him in the chat. Glad with a capital GL. Glad you are back. Thank you. Good to be back. Going to do a short warm-up stream for Logan. I'm rocking the... should I do a wrist shot? It's like, what are you wearing, OC, today? I'm rocking the Rolex Daytona, the official watch of tennis. No. The Daytona on Oysterflex is the new official watch of tennis. It's you got Carlos Alcaraz who sports this, of course, with the with that turquoise blue dial. Yannick Sinner also wears the Daytona on Oysterflex. Shouldn't you? If those guys are wearing it, shouldn't you also wear it? Probably. It's a great friggin' watch. It's an awesome friggin' watch. So definitely, if you don't have an Oysterflex Daytona, I highly recommend it. By the way, the Daytona on Oysterflex, which is precious metal, only comes in precious metal, weighs 20 grams more than the all steel Daytona, which is why it's just like, it's one of those reasons why precious metal Rolex is so good. You know, you put on that, listen, it's iconic, no doubt about it. The steel Daytona, the 126-500, beautiful watch. Black dial, white dial, whatever you have, they're both awesome. But when you put on a precious metal Rolex Daytona on Oysterflex, it just hits differently. It just does. You disagree with me? Let me know in the chat or jump on the panel. I'll take you on that. We got Mal with the first super chat of the show. £2 super chat. Highlighted flamingo blue comment. The best watch community is back. Oh, no, I didn't say that. I'm gonna get in trouble. I was told, they're like, oh, see, like when you're back on the air, like try not to remind people that you're the best watch channel. Like they know it already, but just like don't boast. You already have the reputation of being like an elitist watch channel because of the brands that you support. Like it's very like don't boast that you're the best channel. People get it already. Okay, so I've been late. I've been reserved. I haven't been saying that this is the best watch channel. Have I? I don't think I've said it a single time since I've been back, but I've only been back for like a day and a half. So, but Mal says the best watch community is back. So there. Can't disagree with him, but I didn't say it. I didn't say it first. That's one of two things that I've been told not to mention on the show. My friends are like, hey, don't say you're the best watch channel. And number two, don't say this. I'm under a gag order. A gag order, guys. Hey, Doc Mick says, now this is something we can all get behind. Reach for the crown. Doc Mick's a member. Thank you for being a member, Doc Mick. Reach for the crown. That's right. It's simple, guys. It's really simple. And I know like some people were poo-pooing it at the beginning of the year. Like, why are you implementing a moratorium? Why are you implementing a ban on watch purchases of other brands? And turns out I was right. You know, OC has his pulse on the market. Turns out I was right that you should only be buying Rolex and Patek. Can you buy other brands? Yeah, if you can afford Richard Mille, go for it. If you can afford black ceramic AP or a friggin', open work perpetual AP, yeah, go for it. But chances are you're not going to get offered those. If you get offered Journe, any Journe, of course you're going to pick it up because it's worth more than its retail price. You're not going to buy it because it's a great watch. Some people have convinced themselves that it's a good looking watch. Hey, listen, I get it. It's a dress watch. But look, if I'm going to buy a dress watch, I'm buying Patek Philippe. I'm going for the cross, baby. And if I want the best watch in the world, you reach for the crown. It's simple as that. And a lot of people poo-pooed it. They're like, oh, OC, you're being a watch snob. There's other brands. There's Norcane and Oris and Sorry, I'm not getting behind. Matter of fact, I was going to the U.S. Open the other night, and people were like, "Hey, do you want to come to a Norcane event?" Do I want to name? I'm going to try and not name retailers anymore. I do have a lot of retailers who are friends of mine and retailers that invite me to events, and I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I do support a couple of retailers, but I don't want them to think that. I don't want people to think that I'm being paid by them. I don't accept paid endorsements from retailers or brands. So if I mention like, hey, I like so-and-so retailer, it's because I really do like them. But they they're like, hey, we're doing a Norcane event. I'm like, who the fuck would go see Norcane, go to a Norcane event instead of going to the US Open? I mean, I get it. They're my friends. Some of my friends did. They're former friends at this point. They have they made poor decisions. They have poor decisions in, I would choose the US Open every day. And I would not ever choose Norcane. And by the way, Aventi, that brand Aventi, which I've almost never mentioned on this channel, I'm so glad that they're fucking out of business. And I called that from the very beginning. That brand is fucking awful, and I almost never mention them. But from the very beginning, I said that they should be out of business, and I supported the notion that they should be out of business. And I think that has come to fruition. Thank God. I've heard the rumor that they are now defunct, file for bankruptcy or something. I don't know. Like, hey, by the way, like I'm not saying that for sure. I don't know for sure. I've just heard that that they're out of business. And if that's the case, awesome. More room for better watch brands, which there's only really 4 or 5 great watch brands left. All the others should be, most of the, like 99% of the others should be out of business. Mal, $2 Flamingo Blue highlighted comment. £2, I'm sorry, £2. All other watch content is garbage, and they know it. Hey, I didn't say that. Okay, maybe I've said that. I've said that a few times. All right, I'm guilty as charged. Guilty. I have said that. Not all watch content is garbage, but there's a tremendous amount of garbage live streams out there. There's no doubt about that. There's good watch content. I think like Jenny L, she makes very polished watch content. Britt Pierce I like in terms of good watch content. I don't watch it. Those are long form videos that I just don't have time to watch, but I think they're very professionally done, and I admire how well they're scripted and researched, and I admire the production value and all that, the editing and the cuts and the screenshots and all. I mean, I get it. Good stuff, high quality stuff. So I support if you listen, this is no holds barred this Sunday afternoon. Throw in a name of a YouTuber in the chat. I'll tell you if I like them or not. I'll tell you if you, oh, what did I just get myself into? I better not. Never mind. I retract that. But I do like, Nico Leonard does good stuff, entertaining stuff. And then there are a couple of dealers that are interesting. But yeah, pretty much all other watch content. It's not really the content of the live streams okay, the content's bad, but the chat, I mean, all the trolls in the chat. Low IQ audience, which we don't have here. Here we have the best audience. And I'm not ashamed to say it. You guys are part of the best audience in the business and the most respected watch community. Speaking of respected, check it out. Andy Lewis, who's a member. Howdy, y'all. What's up, Andy? You got Pedro Bermudez. Wow. Pedro from Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico. I got Julius Caesar in the chat, who's a member. Listen, I'm going to call out the members. If you got to start next to your name, you're a member. I'm going to show my appreciation for being a member. Julius says, tried on the Ghost Daytona on Oysterflex a few months ago. Not gonna lie, I can't stop thinking about that watch. So friggin' nice. You're right. And I'm right. Daytona on Oysterflex. Get it. Get the baby Le Mans, get the Ghost, get the Pikachu, get the turquoise blue, get whatever you can get on Oysterflex. Because you know why? The prices are probably going up. The prices are probably going up. Do I want prices to go up? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But they're probably going to go up. And they're probably going to go up bigly. They're probably going to go up by, I would say, 3 to 5%. Maybe not on September 1 because those guys are all on vacation and they haven't had time to plan anything. But I think by October 1, you're going to see prices creeping up. Correct me if you think I'm wrong. McAllen Drinker says, how am I a member for 10 months? That's right. The channel has only been up for about a week. How is it possible that you've been a member for 10 months? 10 months, that's like 18 McDonald's cafe coffees for OC. It's more than that. I mean, I do drink a lot of, like, it's my morning ritual. If you go to my Instagram or my YouTube posts, you can see, like, my post from this morning is me having my traditional McCafe in the morning. So I would say I'm probably at Mickey D's 6 days a week. I'll probably pick up a McCafe 6 days a week. Is that too much? Is that excessive? Yeah, so like for 10 months would easily be 200 McCafes. I mean, I'm talking easily. I'm like, when my app loads, like the McDonald's app, it's like I've got like 1 million points. I've got like 1.3 million points. I'm like a mega whale there. Shout out to Mickey D's. I'm going to share with you some actual information. I know, like, you come here for the hijinks and like the hijinks and the tomfoolery, if that's a word, and all that stuff. But we actually do watch content here. We actually do extremely high quality watch content. And I'm going to show you important information. Let me see here if I can pull it up. Check this out. This is recently released information from the Federation of Swiss Watches. They track the exports of Swiss watches. By exports, that means watches that are shipped out of Switzerland to other places. And about 3 weeks after the end of the month, they publish industry statistics. And check this out. For the month of July, shipments in Swiss franc value to the United States were up a whopping 45% year over year. That means in anticipation of tariffs, like they knew like there was a tariff deadline coming on August 1st, I believe. What the Swiss watch industry did was they shipped a shit ton of watches to the United States before the tariffs took effect. Now, if you recall, at the beginning of August, there was like another 1 week pause where the U.S. administration said, hey, we're going to implement like 39% tariffs on Swiss goods on August 8th or 9th. I can't remember the exact date. So then what the Swiss watch industry did, and I wouldn't be surprised if the chocolate industry did the same and any other industries that are based in Switzerland, is they loaded up planes. They started producing a ton of watches and they loaded them up on a plane at the last minute. Can you imagine how many Rolexes and how many Pateks you can fit on a 747? Probably like tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands. But they chartered a plane and flew it to the United States in the first week of August. So now we, in the U.S., have what I would describe as a shit ton of watches in inventory, and now's the time to buy because the prices are going to go up. So we don't give financial advice here, but we do give watch advice. And if you want a Rolex or a Patek, I know they're friggin' expensive. Okay? I get it. Patek especially is outrageously expensive. And some models of Rolex are expensive too. But you know what? Today's price is not tomorrow's price. Or maybe I should say it this way. Tomorrow's price is not today's price. Tomorrow's price will not be today's price. Prices are going up. And certain Patek models like the Aquanaut and the Nautilus, certain Rolex models, and of FP Journe, almost every single FP Journe model, they're going up across the board. Everything else is going down. Everything else is going down. That's just these are facts. We don't speculate here. We report facts. Remember when prices started dropping in April 2022? You know, we were the community that said prices are falling and prices are going to continue to fall. We reported the facts, and other people said, no, we hit the bottom. No. Buy the dip. Remember that? Remember there's some people on YouTube, a lot of people on YouTube said, buy the dip. It was just a spike. And now we're back down. And we said, nope, we're not back down. We're watching the data every single month. And prices are still dropping on 99% of models by about 0.5% a month. So far this year, prices have dropped about 6 to 8% across the board, depending on the model. The only models that haven't gone down, a couple of Rolex, certain Rolexes, the Patek Philippe Nautilus, the Patek Philippe Aquanaut, and FP Journe. And that's it. Got Cloud Ken in the chat. Scott Wexlin says, I bought 2 watches this year, so I'm tapped until next year. Jump on. Let's do an unboxing. Let's do unboxings. If you have a watch that you got within the last couple months or you picked up, don't be shy. We've got 1 hour until Logan's stream. Okay. Join the panel is what I'm typing in the chat. And then I'm dropping the link. Yeah, don't be scared. You want to do an unboxing? Let's go for it. I've got watches that I'm going to unbox. I'm just not unboxing them right now. I'll unbox them as a surprise stream. Maybe a surprise charity stream. You never know. Chalk Flip says, hey, I mistakenly thought this was the Greek kebab live. Hey, that's coming up. That stream's going to taste way better than this one. This stream does not taste good. Yeah. Listen, if you accidentally tuned into this stream thinking that you're going to watch 115 minutes of herb chopping, you just wait an hour and you'll get your fill. You'll get your fix of an hour and a half of cilantro chopping is coming up live on Logan Hull's Grill Streams. Stay tuned. But yeah, the industry is on pause right now. On pause. And the secondary prices are going up too. Secondary prices on the Pateks and FP Journe up, and up. But if there's a particular Rolex that you want, let's check it out. I think you should be looking at Daytonas, guys. I really do think you should be buying Daytonas. Check this out. This was a $40,000 watch a couple of years ago, but this is the new model. Green dial, full yellow gold, $48,400. I still think this is a good buy. It's a great buy. It's a gorgeous watch. If I were offered this watch, I would get it. Get it in 2 seconds. If you want me to configure a particular Daytona for you, just let me know in the chat. Just type in the metal, the bracelet style, the dial color, and I'll pull it up. You don't even have to super chat. Do not even super chat. If I see your comment, I'll try to pull it up. Guys, upvote the live stream. Let's see how many upvotes we have. I'd like to see 25 upvotes, to be honest. Let's see what we got. We've got 22. Come on, guys, 25. I said 25 upvotes. Hey, look who we have here. Fella. Nice comment. Hello. Very formal. What's up? Hello, fella. Good to see you in the chat. We're back, and fella's back too. Haven't seen you around for a while. If you have something to unbox, jump on the channel. I know we have a lot of community members who... There we go. That's better. Nice to see you. Okay, nice to see you too, fella. It's a little bit more descriptive. Fella's a cool guy. I don't want to say how I know that, but fella, if you want to say, feel free. But he's a very secretive, elusive guy. But I know him. I'm not ashamed to say it. I know the guy. How well do I know him? Kind of well. Kind of well. Hey, thoughts on, this is from a Macallan Drinker, member for 10 months on the OC channel. Thoughts on the 126509. That is the white gold. See, the thing is that 0 indicates whether or not it's an Oyster Flex bracelet or a full bracelet. So that's how you know. That's how you know. So if I'm going to configure, let's go to the configurator. I choose white gold. You know it's white gold. The reference number is white gold because of the 9. Okay, white gold is 9. Yellow gold is 8. They're going to give you drop in some education here. Most of you guys know this, but just in case you didn't know, the last number of the 6-digit reference number indicates the metal, right? If it's 0, it's steel. If it's 9, it's white gold. If it's 8, it's yellow gold. If it's 6, it's platinum. If it's 7, it's titanium. If it's 5, it's rose gold. If it's 4, I think that means white gold fluted bezel, right? It's like you guys gotta learn this stuff. You gotta learn, memorize all the reference numbers. It's fun. It's fun to memorize the reference numbers. But the white gold, and I'm going to go straight to the dial here, the blue dial, bright blue. This is they brought this back. They brought this one back. This is the 126509. 0 means full precious metal bracelet. If this were a 126519, that would be Oyster Flex bracelet. But this one doesn't come on Oyster Flex. The new chocolate dial, or the brought back, what do they call it back when you bring it back? Let me know in the chat. Like they brought it back from the dead. The chocolate dial, that comes in both Oyster Flex 19 and full rose gold 09. I mean, well, 0, I should say 05 and 15 because it's rose gold. Got it. What do I think of this watch? It's a fucking great watch. The issue is that this is now $51,800. Okay, with tax, it's going to be $56,000. You can pick up the older version, which looks almost exactly the same, for $40,000 to $44,000. So you're talking about $10,000 difference. If you're a budget shopper, go for the previous reference, the 116. If you like brand spanking new, and you don't like anybody else touching your watch, and you want the slim batons, then you go for this one. It's going to cost you $10,000 more, but maybe worth it to you. It may be worth it, but these are expensive. But you know what? Expensive is relative. Expensive is relative, right? Because even though it's expensive, it may be more expensive. It'd be more expensive in a few weeks. So you might be kicking yourself when this goes from 51.8 to 55,000. You'd be like, shit, I should have bought it when it was 51.8, right? Doc Mick in Florida says, what about the black dial on Oysterflex? Black dial, yellow gold. Yep. Let's put my reference numbers to the test, right? Yellow gold is going to end with an 8. Oysterflex is going to be a 1. Right here, look at this baby. So here we are. One, 2, 6, 5, 1, 8. And they actually have 2 black dials. 2 black dials. You have the black, intense black with the champagne color, and then you have the regular black with the gold sub rings, the gold rings. Which one do you prefer? I prefer this one myself. They're both 37,400 on Oysterflex. I think these are a bargain still. Get it. What do I think about it, Doc? I say get it immediately. Absolutely immediately. Brody has a question for the chat. Brody is a member. Thank you for being here, Brody. I've never purchased a Rolex at retail from an authorized dealer. Remember, lawyers are liars. My only piece is an Explorer 39 from secondary. What should I buy as my first AD piece? Guys, I'm not going to answer this. I don't even know anything about watches, but you guys do. You guys know Brody. Brody has an amazing collection. Brody has an AP Royal Oak. Brody has a Patek Nautilus. Does he have a Patek Nautilus? I think he does. I like to pretend like I don't know what he has, because that way you guys are forced into some critical thinking. Critical thinking is important. So you guys should know what Brody has in his collection, right? He's got, what does he have? I know he has an AP. I know he has a Patek. I know he has a Moser that he gave to his wife. Beautiful blue asphalt dial Moser. He's got some other stuff. But what do you think Brody should add to his collection? The Paul Newman. Is that what this is called? Paul Newman, John Player. I have no idea. These names mean nothing to me. Yeah, but I like this one with the beige champagne, the full champagne subdials. This one's good. I like a lot of these Oysterflexes. I like the Ghost. I like the Baby Le Mans. I like my own, obviously, which they don't make anymore, with the diamond baguette indices. I love the Platinum. Platinum isn't available on Oysterflex, but man, that would be awesome. Cream in the chat says, what do you think of the two-tone Daytona blackface with diamonds? Well, great question, Kareem. I will tell you this. I like the two-tone Daytona, but, and that's a big but, I prefer other configuration. So the one that you like is called the black diamond. Bright black with the diamonds. Now, I don't like the diamond. I'm not a big lover of the diamonds. This is the least desirable of the 4 configurations of the two-tone, only because it has the brilliant cut diamonds in the square setting. And I do not like that. I do not like it. And also the secondary prices aren't good for the brilliant cut diamonds in the square settings. They don't hold their value like the other ones. So here's the hot OC take on this. Hard pass on the black with diamonds. If you're a chick, buy this watch. If you're a chick, buy the Daytona with the white dial, two-tone Daytona with the white dial. All hot chicks should have this watch in their collection. The 2 from which you should be choosing are this one, champagne with black, and black with champagne. Those are the 2 OC approved Daytonas, two-tone Daytonas. The 2 approved two-tone Daytonas are champagne and black. Now, Wristwatchaholic has this one, and there's another member of the community that had this one. I think maybe even a couple people had this one. And I don't want to say their names because they may not have it in the collection anymore. But that's what I think. This is not a... I mean, do you do black without the diamonds? Black without diamonds. Dr. LM. What's up, Dr. LM? Hey, guys, become members. If you want to support the channel and you like what we do here, then please do me a favor and show your support. Super chats are optional. But try to become members because there's going to be a lot of members-only streams, and membership perks are real, and they do have their memberships. Membership has its privileges. So there's the link for the memberships. If money were no object, do you go full gold bracelet or Oyster Flex? Which is slicker per the community? You know, you can't go wrong with either. You can't go wrong with either. See, the thing is, some people don't like the metal bezel. And I'm kind of in that camp too, a little bit. Like if I pull up this one right here, I mean, this is a crazy nice watch. But some people don't like the gold bezels, the yellow gold, white gold, or rose gold bezels. And so you see, when you switch it over to Oyster Flex, you get the black Serichrome insert, and it really kind of makes a big visual difference. So it's really more aesthetic than anything. It's really not about money being no object. It's really about, what your personal preference. These are both OC approved, whether you get the full gold or the Oyster Flex. OC approval is very, very important. Scott has some advice for Brody. Hey, your first piece from your Rolex authorized dealer should be something attainable. Hey, why not go for something not attainable? A Submariner, a Sumana, or a Datejust. Hey, you know what? That's in this community, we don't have to do that. If you're like a normal person, or if you're, I'm not going to say, like somebody who doesn't watch this channel, you probably don't have the right information. You probably think, you know what, I'll get a Sub or a Datejust as my first watch. If you're a pretty savvy watch buyer and you listen to what we talk about here, chances are you can get better than that. So Brody has no problem getting, I don't think Brody would have any problem getting whatever he wants. The guy's he's a professional with extremely high income, massive estate in Malibu, like a huge compound in Malibu overlooking the ocean. Very successful guy. So of course, Rolex they're not gonna treat him like they would like you and I walking in for the first time. They're not gonna give him a gettable watch. They're gonna give him a better watch. And he deserves it because they know how to size people up. They know how to vet and qualify people. And they know, like, oh, this Brody guy, yeah, he's got a big compound in Malibu. He's got like a $1 million salary. He's got a super high paying job. He's a member of the watch community. Yeah, they're gonna treat him special. Hey, Peruka's in the chat from Switzerland. What's up, Peruka? Hey, got Tan from France. This is an international show today. International show. BW from Florida is here. He's a member. Tan's also a member. Now's a good time to become a member or upgrade your memberships. We're going to keep going for the next. We're going to keep going for another 40 minutes. The link to join the panel is pinned. If you want to hop on the panel, feel free. But yeah, today is Daytona Day, and I'm rocking my Daytona on Oysterflex. The Daytona on Oysterflex. OC, I'm poolside on OC patio for you guys for this. The pre-show. We're doing a pre-show for Logan Hall's grill streams. What else do we got here in the Rolex? I mean, especially when you go full rose gold. I mean, that bezel. Ooh, I mean, that's a lot of bling. A lot of bling here. But these are gorgeous watches. Gorgeous. Check this out. You've got bright black dial with the sun dust. Very, very good. Oh my God, the new chocolate. The new chocolate is delectable. This is so delicious. You've got the this is a really, really fucking awesome watch. 51,800. Worth every penny. Worth every penny. Then you've got the rose gold Pikachu, which is sun dust. And then you've got the black diamond. Black diamond. Yeah. Rose gold Pikachu is pretty awesome. Not even a rose gold panda. Did I say Pikachu before? Panda. Rose gold panda. The rose gold panda. You got the chocolate panda. And then when you go to Oysterflex for the rose gold, these are just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got the black with the sun dust again, but with the black ceramic, the black Cerachrome insert with the black Oysterflex bracelet. You've got the new for 2025 chocolate. This is so delectable. Then you've got your panda, rose gold panda. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot about this. On Oysterflex, you got meteorite. Meteorite. Awesome. 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 Ryan Hofre's in the chat. Peruka, hello Ryan. Peruka asks, OC, should I get a full rose gold meteorite Daytona, the discontinued one? Well, the discontinued one is really, really old. I gotta get my power supply. So guys, count to 30. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Just bear with me for a little bit. Okay, I just gotta grab the power adapter. I gotta plug in because this thing hogs. StreamYard like sucks power out of my laptop. I mean, really just completely sucks power out of the laptop. So I don't want the stream to go dead. Well, maybe it'd be a good thing if it went dead. But like, count to 30. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Hang in there, guys. Be right back. All right, back. I never promised this was a professional broadcast. Dead air. Hey, look, viewership went up when we had dead air. We went from 30 to 40 people. Should do that more often. Or should I get a rose gold Nautilus reference 3800? You're talking huge money there, Swiss. You're talking massive money. How are you going to afford it? You know, if you can get a rose gold Nautilus 3800, that is epic. Epic. Now 3800, is that the big one or the small one? I know you have the wrists on the kind of smaller side. Is that the 36 millimeter or is that the big ass mama? By the way, jump on the panel if you want to jump on. Nobody wants to hear me. Nobody. This is not high quality content. Boom. That's the link to the panel. The answer to getting any meteorite Rolex is always yes. Well, not necessarily. He's asking about an older reference. And if I recall some of those older meteorite Daytonas, they have like Roman numerals. You know, they're not as slick as the newer ones, as the one from this generation and the previous generation. They are really good, especially the white gold ones. They're very nice. But if you can afford a rose gold Nautilus, get the rose gold Nautilus. Jonathan Smith is in the chat. What's up, Jonathan? VOC. Thank you for being here. Hey, look at this. We got Chili Badger. Hey, OC, and all you watch people, good day. Well, that's Australian. Chili Badger's not Australian. He's saying good day. Good day, everyone. We've got Captain, who's a member. Thank you for being a member, Captain. OC by the way, Captain, are you going to the U.S. Open? Let me know next week if you're going. It'll be cool to meet up there. I went to the U.S. Open a few days ago. I paid $12.50 for a scoop of ice cream, and then I paid $21 for a small personal pizza, which was awful. Do not get the pizza at the U.S. Open. It's fucking terrible. Just don't get it. And then I paid $24.50 for a Korean rice bowl. When you add up the cost of the ticket, the train ride, the parking, the Korilla rice bowl, the ice cream, the pizza, I think I'm in it for like $500. Listen, the U.S. Open is not for poor people. That's one of the nice things about going to the U.S. Open is that it's all rich people. And you can read into that what you like. I prefer to be around rich people. Is that a character flaw? Sure. It is fun though. It is fun to be at the U.S. Open. You see a lot of rich families, well-to-do people. It's a great place to wear Rolex. I mean, it's one of the best places in the world. I'm assuming that like that and Wimbledon, like the U.S. Open and Wimbledon, and maybe some of those PGA events are the best places to wear Rolex because those events are so synonymous with Rolex being the official timekeeper and the sponsor. And not just a small sponsor, like a massive sponsor. Like everywhere you go, there's Rolex clocks everywhere, and Rolex is on the screen a lot. It's all the big screens have Rolex on the logos next to them, so it's really awesome. It makes you feel at home. If you are a fan of the Crown, I highly recommend you spend one day coming to New York and going to the U.S. Open. Should I get a Day-Date ombre dial, or this is an either or question from Captain. Should I get a Day-Date ombre dial or in Oyster Flex Daytona? Wow, that's a tough question. I will say that you should get the Oyster Flex Daytona, because here's why. The Oyster Flex Daytonas are harder to get. I think they're harder to get, and I think they're a better value. Day dates are a little bit softer, and I think you'll be able to pick up the day date ombre dial anytime you want. So, and listen, the prices are going up. Prices are going up. So get that Oyster Flex Daytona. The day date ombre, which ombre, by the way? The green, the blue, which one? You don't have a day date already, Captain? I just assume like Captain has everything. Like, why doesn't Captain should have like a Daytona and a day date in his collection? Maybe you have 2 or 3 of them. You want to diversify. Upvote the live stream, guys. Let's get to 35 likes. 35 likes. There's over 40 people watching, which means the watch community is back. We're back. I heard you missed us. We're back. Do I say that just to annoy people? Yes. Yeah, but 1998 36 millimeter. Yeah, time. I mean, did you want a date 840, Captain? Is that what you want? Date 840? I don't like to push the 40 or the 36. It all depends on your wrist. I don't believe like, oh, well, people with small wrists should get 40. I think, as a matter of fact, if you have a small wrist and you get a 40, it's a mistake. You're being peer pressured into buying a bigger watch. Those people will buy the 40 because it has a better price on secondary and it holds its value a little bit more. Captain says, not sure on the ombre color. Rose gold black. Oh, that's the rose gold with the steel ombre, or yellow gold green ombre. Yep, both great choices. Both great choices. The rose gold is the Academy Awards ombre edition with the steel dial. Pretty good. Pretty good. These are good choices. Jonathan Smith says, I was lucky. 2021 went to the U.S. Open as a guest of my Rolex AD. The suite was wonderful. You know what? I was there in 2022 as a guest of my AD. Have I been invited back? No. It's okay. It's all right. You got to buy watches. You got to buy tons of watches to get invited to these things, right? Yep. You guys can sing it to yourself. Go ahead and sing it to yourself, guys. I'm not going to sing it, but nice try, Chili Badger. Everybody, hum along. Yeah, you haven't been invited back either? I get it, man. You got to spend a fortune at these places. But I'll be doing some live streams from some of those retailers soon. We're firming that up. You guys think I should do more Gonzo streams? You guys want me to do Gonzo streams in New York? Like walking around? You're like, nah, OC. Just do your normal OC studio or OC patio streams. We don't need to see you walking around. We know I'm not that interesting. Not that interesting anyway. 46 people watching. They said we were done. They said we were gone forever. But you said, hang on a minute. We're not done yet. The community is back. Yeah, I'm just rambling. I'm just rambling. So like, I don't have anything to talk about right now. So questions in the chat are good. I know tons of people are scared to jump on the panel. That's okay. It's okay to be scared. But if you're not scared, panel link. Boom, there it is. We're gonna go for we'll go for another hour, maybe 30 minutes, another hour, something like that, and then we'll toss you over to Logan Hall for a new episode of Logan Hall's Grill Streams. Let's see how many smart people we have in the chat who want to jump in and answer this question for Mal. OC and chat. Should I get a Datejust on Jubilee, or should I get a bracelet change on my Batman returns and get a Calatrava cross deployant clasp for my Patek? So you have a Batman returns. Batman returns, for those of you who don't know, is the 126710 BLNR. And it's available on Oyster and Jubilee. Jubilee is the Bat Girl. Oyster is the Batman Returns. If I type in Batman here, boom, takes me right to it. Right to it. This is the Batman Returns in stainless steel with a black and blue Cerachrome bezel. If you have this on Jubilee, it's the Batgirl. If you have it on Oyster, it's the Batman Returns. Why Batman Returns? Because they brought it back on Oyster a few years ago. This is a great, great watch. Do you have anything that's Jubilee in your collection, Mal? Let me ask that. Do you have anything else that's Jubilee? I'm not a massive fan of the Datejust. So the problem is, once you put this on Jubilee, yeah, let me know if you have Jubilee in your collection already. The problem is, if you put this on Jubilee, you'll never ever put it back on Oyster, I don't think. I bought a Batman Returns, put it on Jubilee, and it never went back on the Oyster. Yep. It's true. I bought the Jubilee right when this watch came out. The Batman Returns, you were allowed to buy the Jubilee for $2,300 direct from Rolex Service Center, and I did that, and I put it on Jubilee. I converted it. I changed it. It went through a change from Batman Returns to Batgirl, and never went back. So I don't know. I don't know. If you like the Oyster, keep it on Oyster. Maybe get another watch on Jubilee. You could get what else can you get on Jubilee? That's the thing, is the GMT is no, and I want a Jubilee in the collection, says Mal. Okay. So then you have some choices. You can get another GMT on Jubilee. You can't get a sub on Jubilee. You can't get a Daytona on Jubilee, at least not factory. You can get a Sky Dweller on Jubilee. If you could pull off a Sky Dweller on Jubilee, that's not my favorite watch, but if you could pull off a Sky Dweller on Jubilee instead, that's better than a Datejust. Actually, if you have a big wrist, Mal, go for the Sky Dweller on Jubilee. That's what I would say. Chili Badger disagrees, goes get the Datejust on Jubilee. I say, listen, slow your roll. Slow your roll. Think about it carefully. If you want a watch on Oyster, keep this Batman on Oyster. Go out and get yourself either another GMT on Jubilee, or get yourself a Sky Dweller on Jubilee. Now, get the Calatrava Cross class for my Patek. Yeah, which Patek do you have, Mal? You can just drop the reference number, because actually, believe it or not, now I'm an expert on Patek reference numbers. As long as they start with a 5. I think, maybe. I don't know. And by the way, I have I may be doing an unboxing soon. And I'll leave it at that. Yeah, let me know which Patek you have, and I'll let you know If you have a steel Patek like a 5212, what I mean, yeah, what do you have that's not on the deployant? You can't pull off the Sky Dweller. Can't pull off the Sky Dweller. You can pull off a GMT, but you can't pull off a Sky Dweller. Okay. In that case, I don't want to recommend a Datejust because Datejust can be a drawer watch. So, got to be careful. You got to be careful. 6119G, yeah, absolutely buy the white gold deployant. Have you researched how much that is, Mal? I'm assuming it's not cheap. I know the steel deployant is probably around $400 or $500 maybe for the steel. I would guess that precious metal deployant, like the white gold deployant, is probably like $2,000. I'm just gonna get. I don't know what it is, but if you know, but yeah, it's so great to have it on deployant. The Patek deployants kind of fit a little weird, like it's kind of bulky, like where the cross is, where that cross clasp the cross clasp is. Cross clasp. It gets a little bulky there. It sticks out a little bit, but it's just so nice having it on the clasp. It adds a touch of class. Patek is pure class anyway, but having it on the deployant is so cool. Now the white deployant is probably very expensive. If it's 2,000 or under, I say go for it. If it's like 3,000, like wow, that's a lot for a buckle. It's a lot for a deployant. 6119G is the pull it up, OC, pull it up. Is the black dial, white gold double hobnail Calatrava. Absolutely gorgeous watch. Absolutely gorgeous. And here it is, manual wind. It's got that awesome vertical striation dial. Beautiful Calatrava, Calatrava indices, the double hobnail row bezel. Absolutely gorgeous watch. $35,000 watch. Oh, 2,400 pounds. That's like $3,000. Mal, you only live once, man. You only live once. Sorry I couldn't give you better help on the Jubilee question. I don't know. If there's a Datejust you really, really, really love, sure. Otherwise, pick a different GMT. If there's a GMT you really love that you don't have, get that one on Jubilee. Listen, my recommendations aren't perfect. Do not trust anything that I say. The views and opinions of OC do not, I repeat, do not reflect the official views of the original OC channel. So many good Pateks, and the prices are only going up. You got to be careful, guys. But do it. Patek is, Rolex is the crown, but Patek is the cross. The best luxury dress watch in the world. And I'm not just saying that. We're going to stick around for another 20, 25 minutes. Hang in there, guys, because coming up momentarily, Logan Hall's Grill Streams. I'm just the warm-up act. I'm the opening act for Logan. Captain says, would you sell the Pepsi on Jubilee and a two-tone root beer? Okay, so Pepsi on Jubilee is going to be trade price, 15, 16, 17,000, something like that. Two-tone root beer is around 16, 17,000 as well for the Bruce Wayne on Jubilee plus cash. And he's asking the chat. He's not asking me. Okay, so chat, chime in. This is Captain asking, should you get rid of the Pepsi and Jubilee and the root beer for a Bruce Wayne? Well, first of all, the Pepsi on Jubilee should be almost a straight trade for the Bruce Wayne on Jubilee, isn't it? I would think so. And why? I mean, I would think the root beer, I would trade the root beer. Let's see, like, if you don't like the root beer, trade the root beer for a Bruce Wayne. Either one, but you don't have to trade both. I'd rather like trade one with a little bit of cash. Right? You guys agree with me? The chat's dead. You guys are dead out there. Come on, there's over 30 people watching. Prove to me that you are alive. Prove. Oh, but I'm thinking 2 for 1. So you want cash. Yeah, I get it. You want a ton of cash back. I mean, you should be able to sell either one of those separately, privately. And by the way, if you're here, you probably have a Booker account. You probably have a Booker profile. When you trade either one of those in, you get the 20% on top of it. The root beer particularly can be very, very nice. The root beer, I don't want to, how do I put this carefully? I know from direct-hand knowledge, first-hand knowledge, that I got over $17,000 for the root beer from Booker. 17,000. Over 17,000 trade value for the root beer from Booker for 2020. 2020. I've had multiple root beers over the years. I get offered the root beer a lot, so I can't remember how many root beers I bought. Maybe 2 or 3. But now, so like the two-tone root beer, definitely when you get over 17,000, before you get yourself a brand new Bruce Wayne and not pay a penny out of pocket. How about that from Booker? You've got juice, Captain. You can do it, and then you sell the other one privately, or you can sell it on a great platform like some of the great platforms that are out there. The root beer is the only two-tone that I like. Yeah, the root beer, it says tan. Root beer is a iconic two-tone GMT. Definitely. And then they came out with the GRNR. Is that what it's called? GRNR? Yeah, the GRNR, which is the black and gray bezel, black and gray Cerachrome bezel, and that's on the full yellow gold or two-tone yellow gold. And also on the steel now. The GRNR is the Bruce Wayne. Yep. They have it in steel, but they also have it in the yellow gold, two-tone, and the full yellow gold. Mike Lewis in the chat says the GRNR is a good-looking GMT. Yeah, it is. It sure is. I think it looks best in steel. We call it the Bruce Wayne. It's the Bruce Wayne in steel. In steel, it is referred to as the Bruce Wayne. Captain, good advice. Thank you. I try to give good advice once in a while. It's hard to give good advice, but sometimes luckily I do it. It's a tough decision. I like the root beer. Yeah, but the thing is, do you wear it? Everybody likes it. What's not to like about it? The question is, do you like it enough? Right? Like people always say, oh, OC, how come you don't say buy what you like? And how come everybody else says buy what you love and you say don't? Well, because that's not enough. You may not love it enough to wear it a lot. So in that case, don't buy what you love. There's lots of watches I love, but you need to be a lot more discerning, a lot more critical, and a lot more analytical. Don't just buy what you love. You end up with a mistake. End up with a watch that sits in a drawer or in a box. That's why it's my responsibility. That's right. My solemn responsibility to recommend Rolex and Patek. Reach for the crown and the cross, and only those two brands. C. Martin is in the chat. C. Martin. We don't mention that brand on this channel, but thank you. Tan asks, which one do you prefer, OC? The Bruce Wayne or the Batgirl? Man, that's a tough one. I mean, my personal opinion doesn't matter. Just my personal opinion is irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. You know, there's lots of great GMTs. You know, there's the Pepsi, the BRO, the Batman or the Batgirl, the BLNR, and then there's the Bruce Wayne, the GRNR. I mean, the Bruce Wayne's the newest one, so it's been the hardest to get. There are fewer of them out there. The Batman and the Batgirl have been out. There's a previous generation of the Batman. The Batgirl is so nice. I think the Batgirl is awesome with the black and the blue. But I can understand why people like the black and the gray. It's very conservative. It's far more flexible. It goes with everything. It doesn't look as cartoonish as having like that blue half of the bezel. So I get it. I get it. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. You know, you can't pin me down on this one. If I were maybe phrase it this way: if you were offered both, which one would you get? If I were offered both, I'd get the Bruce Wayne. So if you put it that way, like if you're offered the Batgirl or the Bruce Wayne, if it's a Bruce Wayne on Jubilee, I would take that. All right, you snookered an answer out of me, Tan. Well done. Nice job. Yeah, but let's put this on a Jubilee. Let's put this on a Jubilee and take a look. Let's configure the GMT Master 2. Shall we? Got Oyster Steel here. Let's put it on the Jubilee, and here are your choices. GRNR on the black and gray. And you've got got the Sprite. You've got the Batman. Oh, look at this. Wait a minute. What's going on here? What is going on here? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? In Jubilee, they're no longer showing the black and red. Guys, what's going on here? Are we breaking news here? We've got the black and the blue on Jubilee. The black and the gray. And the Sprite. Maybe there's a website glitch. Maybe there's a website glitch. Let's go configure it on Oyster. Oyster Steel. Yeah, maybe it's on Oyster only now. Nope. Here's Jubilee. Ah, that was weird. There it is. It's on Oyster and Jubilee. That was weird. So if I chose gray and black, and then I say Jubilee, and then discover, there's something wrong with the configurator. Ah, interesting. We found a glitch in the configurator. We found a glitch in the configurator. All right, the Pepsi's still there. Stainless steel Pepsi is still there. Thank God. I thought they pulled a fast one on us there. Okay, let's go back to Jubilee. So there we go. Let's see if this works. So we have blue and red. And then we have blue and gray. And then, no, look at this. If you choose the Pepsi, they don't show you the Batman or the Batgirl. This is interesting. When you go to the configuration, go to the configurator, you choose a Batgirl, they won't show you the Pepsi. If you choose a Pepsi on Jubilee, they don't show you the Batgirl. Those little sneaks. Those little sneaks. Which one do I prefer? Either. But I would go with the Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, it's new. Captain says, Captain's a member, so we can pull up his comments, even though they feature brands that we don't endorse. I know this is a banned topic, but OC, would you wear an Hermes H08 at the US Open? No, I would not. I definitely would not. I know the Hermes H08. It's a cool watch. It's probably the only watch from Hermes that a guy should ever wear. But I think you have to be a pretty savvy collector. You have to have a pretty extensive collection to have an Hermes 808 in the collection, or you're just like the kind of guy that's gone through a lot of watches. I mean, a lot of watches in his day to end up with like an Hermes H08 because you're like, hey, you know, it's kind of quirky, it's kind of cool. I like the Hermes brand. It's a little bit different. Nobody else has one. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say you should never buy this, but I wouldn't wear it at the US Open. You would wear Rolex. You would wear Rolex. These GMTs, Rolex GMTs, are incredibly good values. Wear a Rolex GMT to the Open, or better, wear a Daytona on Oyster Flex. There's only two watches you should wear to the US Open: Rolex Daytona or the Day-Date, Rolex Day-Date. And that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. If there's a moderator in the chat, please remove Chili Badger's comment. We cannot have someone talking about that particular brand. That's a terrible brand. Terrible brand. Let's see here. Mods, please remove it. Yes. All right. Comment removed. No offense, but we don't talk about that. Hermes is a pass. Okay. Listen, Captain's a member, by the way. Captain, he wants to make a comment about Hermes, he can. You think you're a non-member and you're going to mention that brand here? Think again, Chili. Think again. This is not a democracy. This is not an egalitarian watch channel. We support Rolex and Patek, okay? You don't like it? Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Mike Lewis asks, OC, do you have a favorite Omega line? Yes, I do. I do. Actually, I have two. I don't not like the Speedmaster. I just don't own one. And I think the Speedmaster is an awesome watch. There's a lot of good configurations of the Speedmaster. I do own an Omega. I own a Seamaster Diver 300M with the white dial, and it's on rubber. And I think it's a fantastic watch. I think a lot of the Seamaster Diver 300Ms are amazing. I think the regular Seamasters are nice. The question is, are they nice enough? Nice enough to have a spot in your collection? And the answer is probably, I mean, yeah, for a little bit of variety, sure, get an Omega. But like, I mean, you don't need to have 10 Omegas unless you're like an Omega collector. Like there's some people who are Omega collectors and Speedmaster collectors. I get it. Do I have a favorite? Do I have a favorite? I like the Speedmaster Sapphire Sandwich Moonwatch. You know, just the classic. I mean, Captain also, by the way, had one that I really, really liked. Right, Captain, if you're still in the chat, do you still have the Panda Dial Speedmaster in your collection? Captain has like one of the only, not the only, but probably one of the best Omega Speedmasters that I like. It's white dial with black subdials. Don't tell me you got rid of it, Captain. Don't tell me you got rid of it. Look at this, Carlos Martin with an orange highlighted comment. That's like super. Those are super expensive. $20, 20 US dollars for an orange highlighted comment. Thank you for the approval. I will go out and get a day date this week. There you go. OC approved. Go get yourself a day date. Carlos Martin will look amazing in any day date. Good luck to you. If you want, I'm happy to buy it, put it on my account. Put it on my profile. So I need purchase history. I need points, guys. I need some cred. Thank you very much. Very, very, very much, Carlos Martin. Get it before the U.S. Open. Get it before the U.S. Open because you need to wear it to the U.S. Open unless you have a Daytona. And I know you do. I know you have a Daytona. You wear your Daytona or the new day date. Mike Lewis says, yep, the Seamaster and the Speedy, I'm with you for accessibility and variety. Yeah. And they're also extremely economical. OC asked Captain, how is the Van Leeuwen ice cream? It looks tasty. Yes, I highly recommend. There are two flavors that I highly recommend. And I will tell you the name of the flavors, not because I memorized their names, but let's just say I'm an expert on Van Leeuwen ice cream. It was expensive. It was $12.50, but it was worth it. Number one, you want to get the brown sugar cookie dough brownie. Okay, there's one flavor called brown sugar cookie dough brownie. Get one scoop of that. And then I would say get 2 scoops. In addition to the 1 scoop of brown sugar cookie dough brownie, get 2 scoops of the honeycomb fudge slam. Honeycomb fudge slam is a U.S. Open exclusive. They only have that at the U.S. Open. Honeycomb fudge slam. Now, it may sound a little weird, but it's basically like honey vanilla with a little bit of fudge. It's awesome. Awesome. Captain says, yes, I do. It's the Tokyo 2020. Dropping. Dropping in value. But listen, that's a great watch. That's one of the best Speedmasters you can get. I've always been a fan of the Tokyo 2020 edition. I'm glad you still have it. Captain, you're a real watch guy. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Captain's a good loyal member of our New York watch community. I met up with when's the last time I met up with Captain? I saw him at the VUCAM event, and then we went to that. By the way, what's happened in the last 2 months since I've been gone is VUCAM and Tuscany Rose have split. So Tuscany Rose, which is John Buckley, and VUCAM, who that snotty kid on 47th Street, those guys have separated, which is awesome, I think. Awesome for Tuscany Rose. Like, they probably didn't want to be associated with with Vucom anymore. Vucom and its fast flips. But yeah, we were at back when that store was called Vucom. Now it's called Tuscany Rose. Met up with Captain there, and we split. Did we split a giant pastrami sandwich, or did you get your own? I can't remember. Those pastrami sandwiches are huge. Skip Intros in the chat, member of the OC channel. This is really good advice. It's simple. Choose your dial, choose your bracelet, choose your adventure, choose your crown. That's it. Reach for the crown. That's it. Choose whatever watch you like, as long as it's Rolex, and you will be safe. Captain, honeycomb fudge slam. At least 2 scoops. At least. I know it's crazy. Like, you're like, OC, why? How could I eat 3 scoops ice cream? Trust me. It's worth it. If you go to my Instagram, actually, I don't know if the picture's there anymore. You guys don't want to see. You guys want to see a picture of my ice cream from the U.S. Open a couple days ago? Sure, maybe you do. Okay, here's what I'll do. Doom. You guys want to see pictures from the U.S. Open? You should probably just follow me on Instagram. You know, follow me on Instagram if you want to see. If you want to keep up with what OC's up to, follow me on IG. Is there anybody who doesn't follow me on IG? I mean, seriously. I mean, if you're a fan of this channel, chances are you follow me on Instagram. Look at this. Captain reminding everybody that you have free member milestone chats. That's right. Free highlighted comments are available if you have a membership, which is pretty much everybody. If you have a star next to your name, you're a member. Captain, member for 9 months. Welcome back, OC. Thank you, Captain. It's good to be back. Let's pull up some pictures of the ice cream. That's what you guys really want to see. So give me 2 seconds. Boom. Open with another app. I'm flying blind, guys. Boom. Okay, that goes in there. And sorry for the narrating. Oh, yeah, that's the money shot right there. Hang out for just another couple seconds, guys. I'll pull these up. You will not be disappointed. I'm gonna pull up the menu. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up the Van Leeuwen menu, and we could pick our favorite flavors. Okay, here, first of all, before we even get started, boom. There we go. That's me at the U.S. Open. I'm rocking. You can call this the Alcaraz, right? Can you call this the Alcaraz? Or the Sinner? Because both Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner both wear the Rolex Daytona on Oysterflex. Sinner, I'm not sure what configuration he has, but Alcaraz obviously has the turquoise blue, that super hot turquoise blue. This is me. Look at me. I'm exactly in the middle, right on the net. This is me. I'm in the loge section. Yeah, what was weird is that it was kind of a cooler day, and so I was rocking like a shirt, like a sweatshirt, but inside of the arena, inside of Arthur Ashe Stadium, it wasn't cold, so it's kind of slightly uncomfortable. Nice Daytona on the wrist, says Mike Lewis. Appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. What else do we have? We have the money shot. Oh yeah. Let's do it, OC. Let's Let's see. That's come on. Who doesn't want this right now? Now that's that the so I got 2 scoops. Honestly, the next time I go back, I'm gonna get 3. Why? Because fucking A, you only live once. You only live once. So the bottom scoop, is the brown sugar cookie dough brownie, which you can't see. And then the one on top is the honeycomb fudge lamb, which is so good. Honeycomb, oh, it's so good. It's just like honey flavored ice cream with a little bit of fudge marbled in. Check it out. Hey, let's play a little game. You guys take a look at this and you tell me if you could tell me what your order is. Tell me your order. Type in your order in the chat. Guys, we have 40 people watching. 20 of you are banned and can't comment because we have a lot of lurkers. But we probably have 20 or 25 people that are actually fans of the channel who are watching and are members and can comment. And you're not banned. So let's say you walked up to Van Leeuwen right now. What would be your order? I want to see like 10 people typing in their order right now. For me, here's what it's going to be. Are they really limiting me to 2 flavors? I mean, I want 3 scoops. If it were me, I'd do 3 scoops. 1 scoop of the brown sugar cookie dough brownie and 2 scoops. That's right, 2 scoops of the honeycomb fudge lamb. That's my order. Okay. OC, have you been to Wimbledon? You know, I was thinking about going to Wimbledon this year. We were about to do a London trip. We were going to do a London trip and we were going to go see Oasis, Guns N' Roses, and Wimbledon. That would have been an epic 2 weeks in London. Would have been crazy. Yeah, 3 scoops is not on the price list. What's up, Esoteric? New comment from Esoteric in the chat. Welcome to the original OC channel. Okay, let's see these orders, guys. Let's see these orders. Chili Badger says vanilla bean and coffee. Okay, so you're going to choose 2 scoops. Vanilla bean and the coffee affogato. Got it. That's a killer combination. That's a good choice. Good choice there, Chili. 2 scoops, vanilla bean and coffee. Nice. Michael W. joining us from Hamburg, Germany. Cookie cream. Cookies and cream. Yeah, cookies and cream. So good. Whoever developed that flavor or came up with that flavor, awesome. Absolutely awesome. By the way, very, very soon, I'm going to be transferring people over to Logan Hall's Grill Streams. If you want to leave now, I won't get offended. Okay? I won't get offended. But, you know, here's a link in the chat. If you guys could do me a favor, just like go over there and type in a comment and just say hi to Logan. That'd be really great. So if everybody watching could click on that link in the chat, go to Logan Hall's Grill Streams, make sure you're subscribed, type in a comment in the chat. Then if you want to come back here real quick, that's cool. Or if you want to stay there, I'm a huge supporter of Logan. So there's no such thing as rebel streaming. You want to go over there, go for it. And he has my full support. Full support. Can I have Avion with the ice cream? I guess. Why would you want to, though? Don't you want to savor and keep that ice cream flavor in your mouth as long as possible? Why would you wash it down with an Avion? I don't know, Tan. That's ice cream and Avion. Just get ice cream. Tell me your flavors. Tell me your flavors. Doc Mix says coffee with the brownie ice cream. So 2 flavors. Ooh, wait a minute. There's dark chocolate fudge brownie flavor. Is that what you mean? Because there's 2 brownie flavors. There's the brown sugar cookie dough brownie, and then there's the dark chocolate fudge brownie ice cream. Michael W says hello from Greece. Well, hello, Michael W. I've met Michael W in person in New York. He came and we hung out. Super nice guy. Super nice guy. Captain says dark chocolate fudge brownie. There you go. Good choice. Very good choice. Who else do we have in the chat here? Give me your order. Honeycomb and cookies and cream. There we go, Tan. Now, and an Avion just in case. You don't need it. You don't need it. Yeah. Why would you need it? You know? Let's see here. Let's see if I can find something here. Boom, boom. Gotta close some tabs. I've got to close some tabs here. Yeah, check this out. Boom. Yeah, check this out. All right. How do I get back to my StreamYard? All right. Let's see. Hypothetically, if you ordered 3 scoops, would they shake their head and extend their lower lip in disapproval? I don't think so. I would just make them put it into a bigger cup. See, the problem is like these cups are small. So like I feel like when you order 2 or 3 scoops, get a bigger cup and then they're more likely to like scoop you more ice cream. Right? Doc Mick says dark chocolate. That's right. Strawberry milkshake on the side. That sounds pretty damn good. Sounds pretty good, I gotta admit. All right, guys, do me a favor. Have you guys headed over to Logan Hall's Grill Streams and said hi? Please do that. Listen, it's been my pleasure and my absolute pleasure to host you on this Sunday stream. Do me a favor, upvote the live stream. Do it right now. Make sure you're upvoted. Make sure you're subscribed. You have all notifications enabled. Make sure you're getting email notifications, mobile app notifications, all kinds of notifications to make sure that you know that we're going live. For those of you who are members, I really, really, really appreciate it. I want to thank Mal for his super chats. I want to thank Carlos Martin for that big fat orange super chat today. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. And I'm going to drop, hey, Johnny O, what's up? I'm going to drop the link one more time to Logan's show. Boom. Click on that. Head on over to Logan Hall's Grill Streams. Tell them OC sent you. Do me a favor. Just go over and say hi at least. And stay for the hour and a half of cilantro chopping. I'm gonna get back to hanging out by the pool and improving my tan. That's what I'm gonna do. And I want to remind everybody to reach for the crown, right? Reach for the crown. All right, guys. That's it. Good show. Good show, everyone. Peace out. Have a good one.
New York, here we go.
There is a tennis sound that only the US Open can make. It sounds like this.
He was in some trouble, but he's worked his way out of it impressively.
In your life, have you ever seen anything like it? And action!
Peace out.